Let's make some plant-based chocolate tarts. Welcome back to the Whole Food Plant-Based Cooking Show, where we make plant-based cooking easy. I'm Jill, and today we are making these amazing little chocolate tarts. These are inspired by a little local bakery that Jeff and I just love to go to. They're just the most cute little tarts, and I thought we have to make these for the show. So we're going to start with our oats. This is 3/4 of a cup of rolled oats, and we're just going to grind them in the food processor to make a fine flour before we add our other ingredients. Okay, now we're going to add our other ingredients. I've got 3/4 of a cup of almond flour, a 1/2 cup of pitted dates, or actually it's a third of a cup of pitted dates, 1 tablespoon of tahini, and that's going to give it a really nice rich flavor, and it's going to help that mixture stick together a little bit better. And we've got a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. And then I do have a little bit of water here, so we're going to start blending this. And you want to blend it until you feel the crumb and you press it together with your fingers and it starts to stick together a little bit. If it doesn't get to that point, you can always put just a little bit of water, maybe a teaspoon at a time, until that mixture sticks together. Okay, so I'm going to test it here. So if I just press it a little bit, it sticks together pretty good. It shouldn't feel really wet. All right, so now I've got my pan here. And I've got some little tart cups. These are just little silicone tart cups that I ordered from Amazon. We'll have those in our Amazon store on our website. And this makes 6 of these, and I believe these are 4 inches. I can't remember, 3.5 or 4 inches across. A little wet there. All right, so you want to take just a bit of the mixture, about 1/4 of a cup in each. You just pour it out first so that you know you have enough to do all 6. And then you can kind of eyeball it to get enough in each cup. Now this is the tedious part here. Just to press them down, you're going to press down towards the center first and then work your way out, pressing up just a teeny bit up onto the sides. These aren't really tall tarts. You want to probably only have them about 1/2 inch tall. And just take your time pressing that in there, and you want to make sure that the sides are pressed down pretty nice and firm, because we're going to pop these out of the tarts once they're out of the oven. So they're going to be a freestanding tart. And if you wanted to, you could just use this mixture to make 1 larger tart if you don't want to fiddle around with these little tart cups. But I just think these are so much more adorable. So I'm going to finish pressing these in, and then I'll show you when they're done. Okay, I'm done pressing our beautiful little tarts. Now we need to get them into the oven. So I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees, and we're going to put them in for 15 minutes. Okay, so now that our tart crusts are in the oven, we're going to move on to the whipped topping. So I've got 3/4 of a cup of cashews and 2 dates that I've just soaked in hot water for about 30 minutes. That is necessary to get the really, really fluffy, creamy topping. So I already drained the liquid off. Now we're putting this in our NutriBullet mixer here, and a teaspoon of vanilla, and then 1/2 cup of water. And you're just going to want to blend this until it is super, super silky. Okay, oh wow, look at that. Oh, lovely. All right, so I'm going to put a lid on this and put it in their fridge so that it can start setting up a bit while our tarts are finishing, and they also need time to cool. So it'll probably have about 1 hour or so to chill in the refrigerator. While we're waiting for that, I'd like to share some background on our show. The Whole Food Plant-Based Cooking Show is crowdfunded. which means these free weekly recipe videos, along with our entire catalog of free printable recipes on our website, plantbasedcookingshow.com, and our Plant-Based Cooking Made Easy cookbook series, are all made possible in part by the generous patronage of our supporting membership community. So if you love our recipes, I invite you to join us on our mission to make plant-based cooking easy, and follow the link in the description to become a supporting member today. There's no denying the plant-based diet is a nutrient powerhouse, but did you know there are a handful of hard-to-get nutrients even well-crafted diets are often lacking? The latest research suggests that complementing your diet with a few specific vitamins, minerals, and omega-3s will help boost your energy and keep you thriving for the long term. That's why my daily health routine includes Complement Essential. Complement Essential contains the 8 critical nutrients lacking from most plant-based diets in dosages optimized specifically for us. As a special discount for our viewers, just use code PLANTBASEDEASY at checkout to save 15% off of your order. All right, so now on to that delicious chocolate filling. So I have 1 cup of a silk tofu, half a cup of pitted dates, 1/4 of a cup of cocoa powder, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And the same as the frosting, we're just going to get this into our NutriBullet here and blend it until it is super, super silky. Okay, it's almost there. I need just a couple more times to scrape down the sides a bit, just to make sure that all that cocoa gets in there and that the dates are pulverized completely. Because you want to bite into that little tart and it's just silk. Ooh, all right, there we are. So I'm going to put a lid on this and put it in the fridge with our frosting until our tarts are cooled and ready to fill. All right, so our little tart crusts are cooled and now we're ready to put in the filling. So I put both of them into a piping bags, the pudding and the whipped topping, just so it's easier to put in there. You could just scoop it in too, but the whipped topping, I feel like you want to kind of do something pretty for the top. So it really, that one's more important than the chocolate filling. All right, so you want to go almost right up to the edge, so that you have plenty of this delicious chocolate filling. All right, I'm gonna finish piping these and then I'll show you how to do the frosting. Okay, so we've got them all filled with the pudding, but now we're gonna frost them. So I'm just gonna start here. Just gonna make little star shapes. Oop. Okay, I'm gonna finish frosting the rest and then I'll meet you at the table for a taste. Okay, we are ready. Look at that, isn't it so cute? All right, but it's all about the taste, right? You are going to love this. Come on back next week for another great recipe.